Okay. Welcome, guys. Lovely to have you guys here. So, I'll be sharing my screen now so that I'll give you guys the rundown of every single thing so that this will be way easy for us. Okay. So how I make over 1.68 million naira monthly writing for American companies, and exactly how you too can go from zero to making $1,000, that's 800K on a monthly basis while in Nigeria, right? Welcome, guys. It is lovely to have you guys here. This statement, you guys are going to see how this happens. It's not stories that touch the heart. It is now, you will see it live, right? So we'll be going one step after another. So my name is Golibe, and if you are here right now, you should be proud, you should be happy, you should be freaking excited. That day you have been praying for is here. This is the answer to your prayers. Today I'm going to be showing you how I make over 1.68 million naira monthly writing for American companies, right? I've taught hundreds of people this same thing that I'll be showing you, people from different backgrounds, and they have gone on to make a whole lot of money. I'll be showing you these things. I don't like to talk. I'll just be showing you guys, right? I don't know if you guys know, I am, I would not say popular, I would never use that word, but I have followers on Twitter. So most of my interactions are on Twitter. I'm new to Instagram or Facebook or wherever you saw my ad, right? So most of my adverts are like on Twitter and all that. And most of my testimonials are dropped there. Okay, so I'm going to show you people who have gone from $500, $1,000, $2,000 and have been able to change their life, right? And today it is your turn. Sit down and relax because you are in for the hell of a ride. You're in for the hell of a ride. Now, here's my promise to you. If you stay until the end of this particular webinar, we'll just take about 45 minutes and we're done, right? I'll be teaching you for 45 minutes and we're done. So if you stay until the end of this webinar, I promise you that you're going to walk out of this webinar, this training, with a step-by-step plan to make at least your first $500 in the next 28 days. That is what I'm promising you. I'm going to show you how to make $500 in the next 28 days by simply writing marketing materials for American businesses just like I do, right? Very simple, right? I don't want you guys to see $500 as a big thing. That I don't, because if I told you guys $2,000, $1,000, it will look like it's such a humongous thing. So let's talk about something that I am sure you guys can believe in, which is $500, right? 400K. So who is this guy talking to you, right? My name is Golibe Ilechukwu, right? And I'm a copywriter. A copywriter is simply a person who makes a living writing marketing materials for businesses around the world, right? And okay, you can see my account statement here. Over from January to May, you can see this was 8.4 million there. If you divide it up, you get 1.6, right? So this is pure. You can see, I opened this account when I was in university, you can see that, right? So a copywriter, like I said, is simply someone who writes for a living, right? You write marketing materials for businesses around the world and you get paid for doing that. And I am freaking good at this shit, right? I have taught over 100 people how to do this. And apart from that, I've been recognized all over the world for doing this particular thing, okay? So this is Jabu Babs, Unilori student, $2,000 per month. And this is OJ. You can see OJ here. He makes $1,000 per month. I posted this in January. Okay. So, and these are more testimonials. Dolapo Hamzat was a student of mine. He was able to travel to Rwanda. I'll be showing you more about this. Iroluwa said the best decision I made this year was learning a digital skill, and the second best was learning it under me. Okay. But let's just get right into it. So, this is me, right? And I was voted top 40 copywriters in the world by thousands of people all over the world, right? And this is my friend, Matt Bokensetti, my now friend. He was one of the people who recently conducted this particular thing in 2021. You can see I am ahead of people like Chase Daniel in this poll, Chase Diamond rather, Franken, and even the legendary Andre Chaperon, right? So these are the people who I was above in the poll. And yeah, you can see it here. Okay, so let's move on, because this today is all about you. I just want to show you like who is talking to you. Let me just give you a brief so that you can get why this person has the right to talk to you. So I couldn't pay rent of 80,000 naira not long ago, but look at me now. I'm living in a sophisticated part of Lagos Island, right? And I've been able to connect with people like Tayo Aina. So I've been able to connect with people like Tayo Aina and the rest, right? And more, there are a whole lot. Okay, this is cool, Skippy. Sure, I don't know if you guys know the relationship guy with his this is him. I've been able to network with all these guys, all because of I learned this powerful skill, right? You can see me having tea at Dr. Jeku Ozemene's sitting room, not his office. This is in his home. He invited me to his home. This guy is an associate of Dangote. He's a TED speaker, not TEDx. TED is way bigger than TEDx, right? He's a TED speaker and he's an associate of Dangote. I've been able to connect with this kind of people from learning this particular skill, right? But it was not always like this, okay? All I had was my mother. She used to work 2 jobs. She's mother of 5 children, and she was the sole breadwinner for over a decade. I lost my dad 2 weeks before my 10th birthday, right? So I knew I had to change our lives because she had sacrificed so much for us. I tried different businesses and I failed at them, right? You can see a screenshot of I did MMM when MMM was there. I tried crypto, not this crypto people are doing. I tried crypto when crypto was crypto in 2017. Look at me here. You can see my young face. I used to do some blogging. I'll go online, post about it. You can see I had like 160 likes over here on Instagram. And this is my travel company. I consulted with Mr. Ibu. I don't know if you guys know Mr. Ibu. So I've been into this business thing for a while, for years and years. But I just kept on failing. People will shout on Instagram, wow, 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 like ambulance, they will clap, they will be happy, and that is it. There was no money entering into my freaking bank account. So along the line, I met this man, Sir Ronald Nzimora, on YouTube, talking about copywriting. So it led me down a rabbit hole, studying hours every day, and copywriting changed my life. This is Mr. Ronald Nzimora. He's the marketing brain behind NairaBet. He's now a friend of mine also. So you can see that it took me from someone who couldn't pay 80,000 naira in rent in the East to someone who pays millions in rent in Lagos Island. Sorry, I need to increase the AC. Give me a sec, I don't know what to. Okay. So if you guys are still with me, leave something in the comment section. So you see that I went from someone who couldn't even pay rent in the East to becoming a Lagos Island so-called big boy. That's what they call it, right? And copywriting took me from someone who couldn't send money home to my single mother. I told you guys she's everything to me, right? So it took me from someone who couldn't send home money to my single mother to someone who sends home more than 6 figures every single month. Copywriting changed my life, and everything I've ever wanted years back have all happened because of copywriting. And it is going to do the same for you today. Today, I will teach you the simplest form of copywriting, something that anybody with even just a YX certificate can do. and start earning at least $500 in the next 28 days. So remember the promise I gave you at the beginning of this, our webinar, and I'm going to be fulfilling that today, right? So it is when people hear writing, they think it is something big, something, oh my God, I'll be speaking grammar. No, people who speak grammar, they are broke. That is not what we want, right? So imagine if you could never have to beg an uncle or auntie or even your parents for money again. Imagine having a dream car or going on a vacation that you so much desire. You could see I took my family out on a vacation, right? Imagine having the respect of immediate and extended family because you now have money and they no more get to disrespect you over unnecessary things. I don't know if you guys know that someone can love you and not respect you. Your family could love you. I felt this a lot before I discovered copywriting. They loved me so much, but there was no that respect as the elder brother. I'm the eldest out of the 5 children my mother had. My mom was a single mom, like I said earlier, right? But let's go on. Like I said, it's all about you. I'm just telling you a little of my story, so you will not say that this guy had a rich uncle or there was something that happened. It was this copywriting thing that changed my mind, right? So I'm going to be showing you 3 secrets you need to know to make $500 in the next 28 days. 3 secrets. But before then, let me show you something, right? Okay, so secret number 1, I'm going to summarize it at the end, but let's talk about secret number 1. So secret number 1 is this: creating irresistible proposals and samples using swipe files, right? So when it comes to this thing we do, which is freelance copywriting, like I said, you write marketing materials for clients and they pay you, right? When it comes to this thing, nobody cares about your certificate, nobody cares about your CV. All that is bullshit, right? So if you want to learn how to do this fast and start making money, you need to understand that what we are doing here is all about writing irresistible proposals and having very good samples. Samples are what these clients will use to know that, oh, this guy is good, let me employ him, even if you have 0 experience, right? So I have a copy and paste system that you can use to learn this simple copywriting technique in a few weeks, because there are different types of copywriting out there, but this type of copywriting I'm about to show you is the simplest form that you can learn in a few weeks and start making money before the end of January. When everybody is saying, oh, January is hard, I'm going to show you how you're going to make money, and January will be fucking easy. Like you're going to enter 2023 as a fucking giant, right? So all you need to do is learn the basics of copywriting and copy these $1 million swipe files. They are swipe files. We call this thing in copywriting swipe files, where people who have written wonderful write-ups in the past, right? We collect them, right? All you need to do is copy what they have written and personalize it your own way and use it as your CV. So if you want to get a job, you tell this client, oh, look at, I have this. Then the client will say, oh, your work is good, and they will employ you, right? I know it's almost like you are cheating your way to it, but it is crazy that this thing works like crazy, right? But you need to understand the basics of copywriting before you can learn how to copy these things, paste, or rather, I like to say copy, personalize, and paste, right? So you're mastering a skill that will make you 400K to 800,000 naira in just 3 weeks. I mean, let's think about your certificates, 4 years in the university or whatever tertiary institution you went to, and can they pay you 200K as an entry-level job? I don't think that's possible. But let's get to secret 2, then I will now summarize everything in secret 3, right? So in secret 2, we talk about diabolic positioning. You see, not all freelance sites are the same. I'm sure you guys have heard of freelancing, where you can do jobs for people and they pay you, right? So here, what we're trying to do for US-based businesses is to write write-ups, right? Write marketing materials for them, and they pay us in exchange for that. We are not Yahoo boys. This is not something illegal. You must exchange value. You must offer something to get paid. This is not magic. This is not put money here to multiply money there. This is not MMM. You must offer something to get something back, right? So here, you need to understand how to diabolically position yourself, right? So this is just a word that I gave this because I've mastered the art of getting clients to reach out to me. I don't have to go out to look for clients or every time I'm saying, please, oh, give me your job, or no. I have a method that I have mastered and I've taught my students how to do that, right? So you need to learn how to diabolically position yourself as the expert so that the clients will chase you. And even if you're the person that send them a message on platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, they will respect you and reply you. That is what you want, right? So I'll be giving you more details of this in Secret 3. So in Secret 3, how do you get this money into your Nigerian bank account? Because I get this question a lot. Okay, I've done a job and they paid me $500. How do I get it into my bank account? So I'm going to give you a practical case study of exactly how this works, right? So I'll give you a practical case study of how I got this money into my bank account, 8.4 million naira over the course January 1st to May 30th, right? You can see it on your screen, okay? So let's go. This is the profile of Dr. Sean Smith. What his company does is, the name of his company is My Black Diabetes Meal Plan. They stay in Chicago. They are Black Americans, right? So the owner is Dr. Sean Smith, and what they sell is meal plan for diabetics. Do you guys know that diabetics, they have a different type of meal plan from us? They don't eat sugar, they don't eat too much salt, they have meal plans, right? So what this guy's company does is all about creating meal plans for diabetics, right? So over here, you can see 1st of September 2020, he reached out to me. He said, Golibe, I'm looking for a powerful copywriter to serve in a new startup. He's the one that reached out to me on 1st September 2020. Then I replied him. Then we fixed a call on Google Meet. You can see the details here. Like I said, I'll be showing you instead of talking to him, I'll just be showing you guys, right? So we fixed the call and look at us on a call, right? So this is him presenting. Look at my little face here. I don't know if you guys can see that. And look at him presenting what his business is all about. So after he does this, he will present this to you, show you what his business is all about. He will get you on board and simply pay you for your service, right? But let me break it down more, okay? So I told you guys about diabolic positioning, how you get people to reach out to you, not just you going to say, please employ me. No, we don't do that bullshit here. Here, your aim is to get people to reach out to you for your service. This is Captain Odera. You can go and search him on Twitter. He's a big guy now. Like, he's a big guy, right, from time, not just now, but as of then, he had 27.1K followers. Now he has more, right? So he reached out to me, telling me that he wanted to work with me. So I'll be showing you how to attract these people, even if you have less than 500 followers. You can see the same for Walter here, right? So you can see August 2021, I got paid. You can see the Flutterwave receipt, right, from my email, okay? You can see it here. So we just paid your invoice. You can see 22nd February 2021. You can see how much they paid me. They paid me in dollars. That is the goal. The goal is to earn in dollars. That anything happening in Nigeria is story that studies the heart. So 481 USD. You can see Hello Golibe. You can see every single thing here. Then you can see the amount in Naira is 186,000 Naira, right? The same. This was, so you see this first one was, sorry. Okay. So the first one was 22nd February, and the second one was 24th February. The same freaking amount. You can see down here, somewhere down here, that it was to down my Zenith Bank, right? So let's get right into it. Let me now show you from start to finish how I did this on Upwork, reaching out to somebody, okay? So this is Mr. Dolabo Adebayo. He's a Nigerian, or rather his parents are Nigerians, but he's a UK guy, right? What he does is simply he sells pleasure toys, sex toys. A lot of business needs you all over right? There are different niches. If you want to be in sex and relationship, health, finance, whatever the case may be, there are different niches that need you. There's a huge demand for copywriters. There are thousands. If you search online now, see how many businesses need a copywriter, you will see it. There are millions in the United States, right? So you can see this. He posted a job proposal and I reached out to him. I sent a proposal to him. I said, this is exciting. I recently helped this business do this, gave him some links. I sent an irresistible proposal. Remember what I told you about irresistible proposals, right? So he replied me and we got chatty. Then we got on a call. We got on a Zoom call. Then look at him sending an invoice. What we agreed was he'll pay me 100 euros upfront. Then he will not pay me in percentage. You can see that we're chatting about that somewhere here. Okay, we could pay you 15 to 25% on revenue generated. So some people will decide, oh, let me pay you some money upfront, then a percentage of what you can help them make, right? Like I said, you're paid in proportion to what you bring to the table. The reason a medical doctor is paid a big salary more than a cleaner in a hospital is because a medical doctor brings something bigger to the table, which is saving lives, but a cleaner just cleans the floor. I respect cleaners 100%, right? They make life easier for me too in my own home, right? But in this case, you see that medical doctors, they offer bigger value and they're paid more in a hospital. And that's the case here, right? So you're paid in proportion to how good you are as a copywriter. So you can see he paid me, he sent me, and I was like, we're in business, went to my Stripe, went to my Gray. Look at, watch the dates. He paid this 19th October. He got to my Stripe 26th October. This is Gray 27th October. And look at it in my bank account, 74,000 Naira. In my bank account, that's the equivalent of the 100 euro, right? So quite simple. So this is Zainab Afolayo, right? So she's a youth corper and look at her making $440 every month. She works with a real estate firm, right? Making $2,000 a month. This is Dolapo Hazard. His father disowned him and said he will not amount to anything. Now, after I taught him this copywriting thing, he was able to travel to Rwanda and he travels almost every Christmas. Right? I'm sure he was traveling this Christmas too. Okay, so let me ask you a quick question. Okay, just a quick one. What if I were to tell you? What if I told you, or if I were to tell you that I will hold your hand and guide you, right? Show you step by step how to apply these 3 secrets and make your first $500 in the next 28 days, right? Would this make sense to you? If I could show you today how to use copywriting to make an extra $500 by this time next month, in the next 28 days, before the end of January, right? This January, everybody talks about how rubbish it is, right? What do you think that will be worth? Do you think that will be worth 300,000 Naira, 400,000 Naira, 200,000 Naira? Since you are guaranteed to make $500, which is 400,000 Naira. Don't you think investing half of that to learn this high-paying skill will be more than reasonable? I mean, like I said earlier, you spend ₦1 million in getting your degree over 4 years, but still can't confidently land a job of 200,000 Naira. But right here, I have something that will help you make double of that. That is $500, 400,000 Naira in equivalent in the next 28 days, right? So let me introduce to you the practical coaching and implementation program. Like I said earlier, I'm going to be showing you something way different. So number one, you need to know that this is not a course. What I'm showing you is not a course, it is more. It is a practical coaching and implementation program, right? Courses are just a bunch of PDFs. And when I got courses, I suffered, right? I spent hours trying to learn this freaking thing. So this is why a lot of people never learn anything, right? Someone like, there are different instances, people like Kennedy, they talked about this. I'll be showing you more testimonials, right? But this is Christian Marvelous, who under the span of, okay, he only implemented 40% of what I taught him, and under 3 weeks, he was making 800,000 naira, right? And this is Bifa, Madam Bifa from Cameroon. She said, the way I teach is stupid simple, that anybody will understand. Immediately they start making money, right? Once they understand, they start making money. So what I do is I use a practical coaching and implementation program method that was adopted from the school system. You know, it is quite stupid that a lot of people just bring courses and shove in your face, right? Or give you PDFs and tell you study this and you'll make it in life. No, that's not how things are done. You have been programmed a certain way from nursery, primary, secondary school. There are things that you did. You were given assignments, you attended classes, you were given textbooks at school. These different things made learning easy. This is why you have a WAEC certificate. If not, you will be dumb. If not, you will not be understanding what I'm telling you right now. You cannot communicate in simple English, right? So there are stages to these things, right? So if you were taught this particular way over the course of 14 years, why change it now? You were taught that the teacher has to teach you on a whiteboard. You know, nowadays we use Blackboard. Went to Bako school in Ababa, in Enugu. I don't know if you guys know about Ababa in Enugu. That's the kind of school we went to, right? So we use Blackboard, right? But they taught us on a board, then they gave us textbooks, right? They gave us assignments. They took us to the lab on some occasions to make sure that thing they are teaching you can be practicalized and learned, right? So after learning about acid and bases, you went to the lab. After you learned about this in agriculture or food and nuts, they cooked food. I remember then when we were trying to use style to beg them to give us food, we made friends with people in food and nuts. So when they do their food and nut practical, we do food, they share for us meat pie and the rest, right? So after learning it in class, we go and practicalize it, right? And this is what the practical coaching and implementation program is all about, right? Look at what Kennedy said, that boss, this course has been spectacular so far. I've bought 2 copywriting courses for 100K, but your course has been so great so far. I like the way you speak, you break the tiny pieces down, God bless, right? And this is, in fact, Tolu Orekoya wrote a full thread about this, right? And Oluwatomiwa, let's jump over here. He said, nothing beats watching how it's done. Nothing beats watching how it is done live. You're in a classroom, you sit down and you learn things live, right? That is very, very important, right? So there is something I did. I've crystallized, right, how you learn. And this is why this program is very different. This is why this program is actually quite popular, especially on Twitter, right? Because I put everything together and I said, no, there is a particular method I have to teach this. I will teach you on a whiteboard, this copywriting thing, right? I will give you assignments. I will mark your assignments and review your assignments with you. Then we practicalize it. I will show you how this thing happens for real life businesses. This is how to learn. This is how you have been learning. I'm not doing something new. This is how you have been learning. That's how you got to this point, right? So I'm going to simply show you how to use the same thing in copywriting. But the most important part here is you're going to learn it under 3 weeks. You're not going to spend 4 years trying to learn something that cannot pay you 200,000 there, right? But you're going to simply be learning this under 3 weeks, and in your 4th week, you're making money. 28 days stops, right? So the number one thing here, I'm going to be giving you under the practical coaching and implementation program. Like I said, I don't like to call it a course. I love to call it a coaching program. You can see Oluwatomiwa called it a private coaching program because of the attention I love to give to this. So the PCI training framework is our premium membership-only video training course that walks you step by step through the PCI program, breaking down copywriting concepts and teaching you how to acquire high-paying clients, right? So this is a video training I put together where, like I said, I'll be showing you on a whiteboard. You'll be shocked in this video training, right? It's not just a bunch of PDFs. It breaks down every single thing from the basics and everything about copywriting to how to acquire clients, making it easy for you to do these two things: learn copywriting, acquire clients in the shortest possible time, right? So the next thing, oh my God, so these are my coaches that confessed after day one. You can see from Andrea, you can see from this lady, she even gave me a nickname just after day one. She mentioned this, she said, I'm the prince of copywriting. Then this is Andrea shouting and saying, I would wake up tomorrow feeling like an ingrate if I don't drop this here tonight. Just after her day one, after getting it that same night, she studied it and she was screaming, right? So every week in the PCI weekly coaching program, because we'll have weekly sessions. Like I said, I'm going to hold you by hands every single week. We're going to have sessions. So every week I coach you and answer your personal questions, helping you find your fit. This is important because everybody is unique. You might have unique problems and questions that need to be answered. Unlike courses, right? In the weekly coaching sessions, I am here to help you grow fast. For me, it is all about speed. I'm someone who believes in speed, right? So the essence of this weekly coaching program is to be there for you, answer any question that you might have, and help you through your obstacles, right? Like I said, I don't know, I don't keep repeating it, but this is not a bunch of PDFs. This is not a course. This is a coaching program. I'll be there for you. Then we also have, I've already told you two things you'll be getting. I talked about how you're going to be getting the first thing is the PCI training framework, where there are different videos. Then we have weekly coaching sessions. Then the last one is the PCI copywriting assignment. These are the assignments that I'm going to help you review. When you review these assignments, then you use them as your CV, like I told you, right? You need to have something like a CV that you post, but you don't need to have any single experience. What your CV stands for here is practical copy, practical samples. So these are the assignments I'll give you. You go and do them, you bring them, we'll review them, then use them to get clients. Simple. I give you an assignment, you do the assignment, you bring them. I say, oh, do this, change this. Oh, let me help you. I will help you edit some things. Use them to acquire clients. That's why I said speed. Under three weeks. After 3 weeks, the fourth week, you're making money from this shit, right? So I decided to add a special bonus, right? So this is a quick start roadmap. You can see Alex Wakobi made 473,500 naira from this quick start alone. This is just a beginner's guide, and it is crazy. This is what most people will sell to you as a course, and that is all, right? So this particular thing on its own, it sells for about 13,000 naira, but I'm bringing it as just a free bonus as part of the coaching program, right? So you see that it takes anybody, even an average Joe on your street, to become a well-respected copywriter and become someone who is capable of being paid by American businesses. So this is like your textbook, right? Remember what I talked about? As a student, you had textbook, you went to classes, right? Your assignments were reviewed. These are all the things that we work through. That is why people, it now looks like it is magic, right? So then the second thing is bonus 2. Here I bring my friends from all over the world. I told you guys I'm sort of influential in this field, right? I bring my friends from all over the world. This is Jeremy Esses. He came to our community. You can see some faces here that are part of those testimonials, sign up, follow you, and the rest. Francis Olay, you can go check him out on Twitter. You see that these guys are big now on Twitter, right? So I bring my friends from all over the world. You know, they come and talk about this copywriting, how to acquire clients in the United States, and how to make money consistently, right? $500, $1,000. But I don't want to, let's just stick to that 500. Let it be something that you can believe, but people are making a lot of money online from their homes. You need to know that. Don't stop that mental limitation. That is where this thing starts. Break that mental limitation, right? So you're going to have the chance to associate, network with people like my friends from all over the world. I showed you guys Matt Bokenseti earlier. This is Jeremy Esses. Then also people, Nigerians, students, alumni of this program that have made $2,000, $3,000. You will see them and interact with them. We call it our PCI community. This is very important. This is why you did not write WAEC from your house. You actually went to school. Community is important in learning, right? So that is the essence of this. So everything you get today, I'm going to be giving you the PCI training framework, the PCI weekly coaching program. You're going to be getting that. You're going to be attending our weekly coaching program, right? And copywriting assignments. Then plus the 2 bonuses I told you about, the quick start program and joining the PCI community. So how much do you think the PCI program would be? I know there are a lot of questions like how much would you think this would be, right? Well, when you come to think about it, if you were to invest 150,000 naira into this thing, don't you think it's worth it? Right? Because if all the PCI program did for you was make you $500, $1,000 every single month, yes, I believe it is worth it, because at the end of the day, if you put 150K into something and it makes you 400K, that is a wonderful investment. But this is not MM. This is you're learning a skill that you can use to make money over and over again. So it's not just in your first 28 days. That is the promise I am giving you, your next 28 days. But now you're going to use that money, that skill to make money over and over again. So if I said it is, you're going to pay 200K today, again, I will say it will be worth it, because $500 is 400K, right? So the program is currently listed on Paystack, currently listed on Seller, different platforms, right? It's currently listed there for 55,000 there. You can go and search it. PCI copywriting program, Seller, whatever the platform is, right? Go search it online. But you can see that earlier, people also paid a total value of 150K for this program. So when you come to measure all these things, what people have paid for the program, what the program is currently listed on, it becomes hard to put a price to this. But if you want to get this program now, you can get it for 55,000 straight up. Quite simple, right? But I remember making you a promise earlier, right? There are a lot of people here, and I made you a promise earlier. So the fact that you are right here right now means that you also qualify for yet another bonus. And this bonus, I call it the Fast Action Super Bonus, where you get to pay 40,000 naira because you are here right now. Right now. The moment you leave this particular class, the moment this class ends, that is it, right? So if you want to make payments right now, just go ahead and make payments into this account. It's quite simple, right? So the crazy thing here is you're going to be saving 15,000 naira, right? Once you make this payment. And I'm limiting this to the first 10 people that make this payment. So you're getting a 28% discount for being on this class. And you're also getting a 15,000 naira discount. Just because you are here right now, right? So, like I said, it's only for the first 10 people. And I'll just be on my phone. And once people start paying, you keep ticking it off, right? So it's quite simple. Look at it this way. If you buy food from Mama Put, right, close to your house, the least you will spend there is 300 naira. Multiply that by 365 times a year, right? And you eat once a year. That's if you eat once a year. That means you're going to be spending 109,000 naira every single year, eating once a year. Now I'm trying to show you something that is going to feed you. You see that when you come to think about this, 40,000 naira divided by 365 days, it is just 110 naira. So you're paying 110 naira for something that is going to feed you. But you spend, Mama Put, I'm not talking of Kilimanjaro or whatever fancy restaurant, Mama Put, you spend 300 naira there every single day. Every single day, rather. And that is only if you eat once a day, right? So this is simply a fast action bonus for people who take action now, like I said earlier, right? And it's quite simple. Okay? You agree with me that the money is good. $500, 400,000 naira every single month. In the next 28 days, you're going to be making 400,000 naira guaranteed. I am the one guaranteeing you that, right? So imagine what you could do with an extra $500 in your pocket. The PCI copywriting program is the simplest and surest way to getting $500 in your pocket. And I bet if you apply yourself and follow my instructions, just follow my instructions. A lot of people, they don't know how to pay simple attention and follow instructions. That is why they fail in life. Just follow instructions and listen to me. If you do every single thing I say, you're going to be making $500, $1,000, or $3,000 like I do every single month, right? So if you want to see this money coming in, simply make a transfer to this particular account. That is just it. It's quite simple. Once you do, send me an email to kolibe@kolibe.net. I'm going to be sending you the program. We'll add you to our community. A lot of people are going to be welcoming you like crazy, right? Our community is crazy, right? Then the next thing is we're going to get on the private call, right? So another thing here is this. Like I said earlier, information is good, but information alone is not always the answer. The reason I told you that this is not a course is because I want to make sure this works for you. That is why I'm going to be here with you every step of the way. I'll be here to support you. I'll be here to guide you and answer your questions. Until this works for you, I'll be here. I will hold your hands. This is not give you an call. I'll hold your hands. I'll be here with you for the next 28 days until this freaking thing starts to pay you. So if this is something you want, if you want to join my coaching program, if you want me to coach you and show you exactly how to make 400,000 naira in the next 28 days, $500, just make a transfer to this particular account and that will be it. Very simple, right? Like I said, this is going to be short. I'm not here to speak too much English, right? So I'm just here to pick a few people, I'll coach them, and they'll join other people that have helped make a whole lot of money, right? So there is also a bonus to this thing, a crazy bonus. I've already revealed it here, all right? So before I go, I want to ask you something. If you don't do this right now, what are you going to do? What are you going to use your money to do? Right? Who do you think will come and save you? Your church, your family, or God forbid, the government, right? Of course, you know the government will never help you If not, 50% of PhD holders right now will not be underemployed or unemployed. I mean, you can check it, check the statistics. Go and Google it. Like I said, go and Google it. I always, Peter Obi will say, go and verify, go and Google it. You're going to be seeing it there. 50% of Nigerians who have a PhD, that is, they studied 4 years in university, they studied 2 years in masters, they studied about 3 or 4 years more, right? Doing PhD, they are either underemployed, not being paid enough, or they are unemployed. That is an abomination. So if you think the government is coming to save you or whatever, it's fine. Do your shifts, right? So nobody even owes you anything. Rather, you owe yourself and your family a good life. Nobody owes you shit. I hate people who walk around with a mentality that somebody owes you. Your uncle doesn't owe you, your mother doesn't owe you. You're the one that owes your mother. Like I did. This is why I made it my life's mission to make sure I retire her and send her monthly salary, right? So this is your chance. You have a simple chance here. How would you feel to pull you and your loved ones out of where you are right now, right? This is your chance to take it. It's quite simple. Look at the number on your screen again. Make the transfer right now. If you're hesitating, hesitate no more. Take that freaking action. That is what winners are made of. Weak people make excuses. I'd never have anything to show for it in their fucking lives, right? But winners are action takers. It is quite simple. Winners are people who take action. Winners are people who have balls, right? So if you consider yourself weak, by all means, do whatever you want. Or if you want me to coach you, if you want me, the $1 million copywriter, you can check. I mean, I don't like keeping my own funds, but yeah, I've made millions for my clients, so they call me the $1 million copywriter. So if you want me to help you do this, if you want me to help you stop making all these excuses and start making money, you can never make money and excuses at the same time. So if you want me to help you with this thing, instead of going to spend money this Christmas, I said this earlier on Twitter, you're a fool, you are insane if you keep doing the same thing and expect different results. I'm not saying this so that you get into the program or whatever, right? Try something different. You cannot, every time you keep spending money, right, on Christmas, you use it to go out, you spend it, but you cannot invest in yourself. You cannot learn a skill that will make you money. That's stupidity. So if you're planning to spend money during Christmas and you have not invested in yourself to grow, you're making a big mistake. That's just what I'll say, right? So, but for people who are interested in this, right, that's different. For people who are interested in this particular coaching program, it's just quite simple. Go ahead and do this, right? Go ahead and take that decision. And this is just for the few people that, just 10 people that I would love to coach, right? That's it. Like I said, I'm not here to take so much time. So once you make payments, you get immediate access to the program, followed by our usual call. We'll be having a call on Tuesday, where I'll show you how to make $500 in the next 28 days guaranteed, right? So we'll be breaking these things down on Tuesday. Then you get access to the video calls, to the community. Like I said, people are there waiting to welcome you, right? So there is also an extra bonus that I wanted to talk about, where you are going to be paying nothing else. You're not going to be paying any other money. Once you pay this 40K, that is all. You're not going to be paying a single dollar again, right? There's nothing else you're going to be paying to start making $500 every single month. So I've gotten, there are tons of testimonials. This was a nursing mother with a baby. You don't have an excuse. This is Precious Asamoah from Ghana. She's making a whole lot of money from copyright. These are people you can send messages if you please, right? So if you have any questions, you can drop in the comment section. So like I said earlier, we're going to be doing a special challenge only for the first 10 people who get into this particular program. We're going to do an interesting challenge where we're going to give 70,000 cash prize to the person that wins the challenge in our community. We call it the PCI Community Challenge. We do this from time to time, right? So in our community, like I said, our community is very exciting. We do this challenge from time to time. So anybody who wins this challenge, we give the person 70,000 there. I mean, for the best newbie, we call it the best newbie challenge. The best newbie challenge. Yeah, so that's it basically. Do you guys have any questions? You can see Chidera Praise, who said himself, you can see, yes, that's how good Felipe taught me, and I still owe him a lot for changing my life with this skill, right? You can see, okay, Z Parks, nickname OJ, right? The jam, the PCI program was the beginning of the rest of my life, not just as a copywriter, it opened my eyes to untold possibilities. Thank you, Felipe, I appreciate it. Then you can see Kamal, he bought me a watch on my birthday. I posted it. I told him, thank you. And he said, you changed my life, Felipe. I'm entirely grateful. And you can see him leave a comment here. He simply said, you deserve more, my man. If you are reading this, you are still second guessing whether or not to join or should get the PCI program. Notice it works. Aside copy, access to high-level folks in certain rooms, money is inferior than other currencies. I mean, like I said, the network is crazy. It's not just about, I've showed you guys the caliber of people I meet, right? So it's about the network. The network will carry you far. There's this popular saying, your network or your network is your network, right? So basically, apart from learning copywriting, we're going to be networking with a lot of people. So that's basically it. You can see there are a lot of testimonials like this. I think I'll just send this across to you guys. So you see the tons of testimonials, right? So yeah, that's basically it. So it's quite simple. Oh, I've seen a payment, interesting. So, okay. So 2 people have taken this off. Interesting. Okay. Ololade, well done. Fidelis Bello. Okay. Okay, guys, that will be all. Any questions? Let me know if there are any questions before I call it a day. You might not believe this, but once I saw this, well, I told you this is not a course, this is a coaching program. Thank you. Right, on Instagram, I knew it's everything I need. I'm seriously interested. Interesting. Okay. 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 See what I'm going to do. See what I'm going to do. Okay. It's quite simple. Our first meeting is Tuesday by 8 p.m. Before Tuesday, 8 p.m., you can make payments. You can still take the discount. But after Tuesday by 8 p.m., you can no longer take the discount, right? So the deadline here is Tuesday, 6 p.m. for the 40,000 naira discount. That is all I'm going to be doing for you. I think this is fair. And that's the best, right? So Tuesday, 6 p.m., the 40,000 naira discount goes away. You're not going to get 15,000 naira discount. You're not going to get the discount. And you're not going to join our copywriting challenge if you pay after that, right? And that's very simple. Okay. Have a wonderful evening, guys. Stay intentional. Cheers.